Animal Planet's Halloween. This is it, the night we've all been waiting for. It's Hollywood's Creepiest Creatures, hosted by, you guessed it, me. When Animal Planet asked me to host Hollywood's Creepiest Creatures, I told them that no one wanted to see a show about agents. But when I learned what creepy creatures they were talking about, werewolves, zombies, monsters, I mean, come on, I dated them all. I knew I was perfect for the job. I didn't know about this jungle, but hey, can't have everything. Oh, enough talk. Here it is, the premiere of my very first Animal Planet special, Hollywood's Creepiest Creatures on Animal Planet's Halloween. Roll it! Hello, darling. It's me, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And you're in for a treat, because I'm going to teach you about the birds and the bees. No, darling, not those birds and bees. That's like a whole other show. I'm talking about the kind of psycho birds that'll peck your eyes out, and killer bees that can wipe out an entire city. No cuddly pussycats and smoochy pooches for us. Instead, we're gonna meet some truly wild animals, rampaging rats, angry ants, and scary sea monsters. We've got creatures that creep and crawl, howl and growl, slither and snarl. Hey, sounds like a few of my old boyfriends. Anyway, it seems that whenever Hollywood wants to give audiences a good scare, it looks around the animal kingdom for inspiration. Now, what's scary, lurks in the dark, and looks great in black? No, not me, darling. Bats. Now, I know they can be a big pain in the neck sometimes, but bats are my favorite fellow creatures of the night. Hey, oh, hey, watch the hair, buddy. What are you, blind or something? Anyway, like me, bats can be a little creepy at first, but once you get to know them, you'll see they're actually a lot of fun to have around. Just ahead on Hollywood's Creepiest Creatures, we've got some squirming vermin guaranteed to bug you out. So don't go away, darling. Let's face it, the world around us is literally crawling with bugs. Flies, cockroaches, termites, ants, killer bees, scorpions, and spiders. It's hard to imagine why so many of us could be afraid of something so tiny. But we are, especially when they bring their whole darn family with them. Hey, didn't we meet on the web? Coming up, Hollywood's Creepiest Creatures will be going to the dogs. Mad dogs, that is. We're gonna sink our teeth into werewolves and other carnivorous canines. So don't go away, darling.
Rev up your Tuesday night.
You know, canines have been... Quiet, Poopsie. Quiet. Stop. She always gets this way when she gets hungry. You know, canines have been making a nuisance of themselves in Hollywood since the earliest days of the movies. Apparently, viewers just can't get enough of evil, snarling beasts with sharp fangs and a taste for blood. Ooh, that reminds me. I gotta call my agent. Right, killer? Right? Forget the Terminator. Get ready to call the Exterminator, because when Hollywood's Creepiest Creatures returns, we're going to be invaded by rats. Say cheese. You know, in some cultures, a rat is considered good luck, and sometimes hot luck. Personally, I'm not so crazy about them. I mean, for one thing, they multiply like rats. You know, one reason they reproduce so fast is that they're able to complete the entire mating process in about 2 seconds. Maybe they just need more practice. You know, kittens, in some ancient cultures, cats were considered a symbol of fertility. But hey, once upon a time, so was I. And that ain't all we have in common. Cats are creatures of the night, and like me, they spend more than 2/3 of their life sleeping. Hey, a girl's got to get her beauty rest. I just love kitty cats. Like I always say, just give me a tiger in the house and a jaguar in the driveway and I'm happy. You know, there are 37 different species of cats around the world, from the North Pole to the rainforest, and most of them are perfectly sweet little critters. But as it happens with a lot of us gals, somewhere along the line, cats developed a bad reputation. People started to think cats were downright demonic and witchy. I said witchy. Next up on Hollywood's Creepiest Creatures, we'll fly the unfriendly skies with a fiendish flock of deadly birds. So don't be chicken, darling. You know, darling, I've always said that Hollywood is for the birds, and not just because everyone gets their feathers ruffled so easily. Now, usually we think of birds as beautiful creatures soaring gracefully across the sky, but every once in a while, the movies come up with some seriously freaky feathered fiends. These birds of a feather don't just flock together, they kill together. Take a gander at these little chickadees, and then you'll see what I mean. And hook up with some of the most fiendish fish that ever wore fins. There you go, my little fish sticks. Oh, don't worry, I didn't forget you. Boy, talk about having a lot of mouths to feed. From Bible stories like Jonah and the Whale to books like Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the underwater world has been a source of some of the scariest tales ever told. When Hollywood's Creepiest Creatures returns, we'll meet some of the slimiest, scaliest, and most repulsive reptiles in show business. Outside of my ages, of course. Here's something that might surprise you. Do you know what many people are afraid of more than death? More than heights? More than using a public toilet? Snakes. That's right. But what is it about these slithery, scaly, cold-blooded, fork-tongued creatures that gives people the chills? Beats me. What do you think, honey?